Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Smiths 25. As you can see here, I do have another load of lumber, logs from the forest, and the reason for this is because I think this is going to be what gets us out of trouble. Those beams and those planks, because I've just been taking a look at the prices of them, and we can actually get over £10,000 for just one pallet of beams, and over £5,000, almost £6,000 for planks. So we are going to be heading to the forest very soon to get some more wood, but to do that we need the telehandler, and I have a bit of an issue. Yes, I didn't check the fuel gauge, and then I told a worker to go and drill a field, and the worker just kept going until it ran out of diesel. So the telehandler is stranded down here with no diesel in it, and here it is. So I know it's not ideal. It's not ideal at all, but it's on. If only I could remove those rear posts on the truck bed, then I think it would sit fairly flat and it would look overloaded, but it would look a bit more normal. So yeah, the embarrassing thing is I'm going to have to turn up at the fuel station looking like this. Nice view in the mirror. Yeah, it's very nice. No view at all in that mirror. But anyway, yes, we're going to get there, and this is a much more fun way of doing it than resetting. And really, the options were to do this, to reset it to the store, which is pretty boring, and that probably wouldn't solve our fuel problem. Or, yeah, buy the Bowser, which is expensive. Can't afford the Bowser, the fuel Bowser. I was hoping it would be like a jerry can, but there's no handheld jerry can. Maybe there will be as a mod. I'm sure there will be at some point. There was in 22. So yeah, we're just going to have to be careful, and we're going to have to embarrass ourselves turning up at the fuel station looking like this. Now, I know where there is a fuel station. It's that blue dot. So it's not too far to go, really. Nothing to see here. I'm guessing the rated weight of this truck is 7.5 tons. So yeah, that means it is completely overloaded, because it would probably have a payload of about 2 to 3 tons. And that telehandler is way more than 2 to 3 tons. I'm actually amazed. It's riding really well. The truck is performing admirably. And it has got it to the pump. So here we are. It's going to be a lesson. Oh wow. After everything I said, and that's the first time it's flipped up. So yes, it has got it to the pump. We can put a bit of diesel in it, then we can take it off, and then we can refill it properly. And there we go. We're off. So it did allow me to put a bit of diesel in, but for some reason, no more. I don't know why. I think I'm going to have to leave the game and come back, because I think that is probably a little glitch, which might have already been patched. I'm not too sure. Hopefully it has, by the time this video goes out. But yeah, either way, we've got some diesel in it, so we'll get this taken back to the farm. I'll reload the game, and hopefully we can then refill it to the top with delicious diesel. Now, the reason why I'm going straight back to the farm is because we actually don't need this truck to get wood out of the forest, because I have a bit of a plan up my sleeve, which I'll explain once we get the telehandler back. Yep, there we go. So it's refilling. I'm fully aware of the maintenance bar being on empty, but the telehandler is still working okay. My driving isn't. So we're going to have to keep it going for now. So the plan is, well, let me just pull over. Let me just quickly take a look, and I'll show you the price for various different products. So wooden beams, for example, selling, not buying, 10,445 at the temple. I'm not too sure. I don't think that would be instant money. I might be wrong, because that is a constructible. So we could almost certainly get 8,563. As you can see, though, in October the price will be 9,500. It probably will go into 10 as well. So yeah, the temple is questionable. I think that is probably because it is a construction, but still very, very good money. And then we've got planks as well. So we've got the large planks, we've got standard planks. With those we can get 5,915, pretty good, and then 4,000 for the standard ones, for the short ones. So all very, very promising, because we actually don't need any more wood for our production yet, for our construction project, because we've run out of money. We can't deliver any cement bricks there at the moment. I've priced them up, it'll be almost £70,000. Absolutely crazy. So we might even have to wait until we can afford the cement factory, I'm not too sure, or just at least until we're doing pretty well. So we need to get more productions to produce money. Still absolutely dying to get a new tractor. Really, really want to get a new tractor. I think that is going to be the main thing I'm working towards, along with getting greenhouses for chili. I want to get some chili peppers going. I just put this pallet fork on the truck so I don't lose it, because that is going to be needed when we load things up. So there we go, we need to go and get the log grab. And yes, now on to the topic of the forest. Now I'm hoping to sell that forest today. I didn't want to, but it's come to this because the money is very hard to make on this game, as it turns out. I would say even more difficult than 22. So what we're going to have to do is just get a load of wood, dump it in a big pile somewhere here. We've got plenty of areas where we can just dump a load of wood, and then we can feed our wood production over there gradually, as and when it requires it, because that money produced from that is decent. It's going to be really good. So then once we've got the wood that we need, we can sell the forest, we can put that money into important things, very important things, and we can go from there. So I have just been doing a little bit of work. As you saw at the beginning, I did load up 1 truckload of wood. There is a drop here, but there is actually a track at the bottom of it. But I've also been dragging out some pretty decent sized chunks of other types of trees, not just the pine. So we're going to take these, we're going to get these put just in the yard. Actually, one of them might fit in the production. We'll just have to see about that. That field is drilled, so really I shouldn't be driving across it. So I can possibly squeeze between the gap over there, otherwise I'll be going around this way. Yes, I'm hoping this one can be taken by the production, because it looks a bit weird. Something's happened to it. There is a piece levitating. So I think disposal is going to be the best thing to do with this. We've got more mushrooms, so we do have money coming in. But just not fast enough for us to be able to get new tractors and stuff. Okay, that's brilliant. Very pleased it took all of that. So yeah, still space for a bit more. We'll keep delivering wood, we'll keep cutting down a few trees, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you in a minute. I think we'll have to come back to the forest tomorrow morning, and hopefully we don't have to sell it. I know I've just said we are going to sell it. Yeah, that's because I'm talking sort of in a financially wise way. That's probably not the best way of describing it. But no, I think financially we should get rid of it. I don't want to, because it's a good source of money. So if we can try and make money other ways, then we will do. I think what we'll do is we'll sell the planks and we'll see how we go from that. Also, when I was editing the, I think it's episode number 4, with the moment of calm that I put in at the end, I actually spotted in a video clip, not one that I included, I don't think, I might have done, but I did spot another collectible. So we'll go and get that. And yes, I have received knowledge from another YouTuber that there is one over at the... oh, where was it? I think it might have been the livestock market behind a shed. So we should probably go and find that as well. We'll just pop this over here. I've just checked, it's 2.7 tons. This tree. There's a lot of wood in that. Also, the one which we have in the trigger just there, I've just cut up into many pieces because I'm a little bit concerned that some of it will get wasted if it isn't processed properly. I know they're terrible cuts, but still, I've reduced it from about 2 tons to 744 to 414. I've got some smaller ones here as well. Another piece did get accepted, so it should be full. Pretty much. Okay, so mushrooms will be sold when the price is super good and when we've got a bit of time. I think we'll probably try and squeeze them onto the same load as the planks, although there will be a different sell point for those two different products, so we'll have to see. Good night, Walter. We will see you in the morning. The moon. It's the moon. Yeah, looking forward to seeing the sun again. I think it heard me. It's overcast. Okay, well, there we go. We now have £32,000. More products hopefully have been produced. Yes, they have. We've got another pallet of planks there. More mushrooms, no doubt, have been produced. Honey is extremely slow. Extremely. Is it even worth having it? I don't know. So, yes, we will we'll do a bit more timber work very soon. But let's just head off. I'm wondering if I can factor this into another journey. I think if we... what should we do? We'll get water. We could take the planks. The mushroom sell point is in a different direction. But yeah, I could take the planks to a sell point. One step at a time though. Let's just do the water. I wonder if I'll be able to buy a new tractor in the next episode. Shall I make that a goal? We'll try and make that a goal. I think in this episode we are actually going to make a fair chunk. So we might be able to. Is there anything in the sale? Goodness me. Well, there is, but I don't think that's really going to be an option. That'd be one mega upgrade. But no, we cannot afford that. No chance. Right. I'll just pop that there. Check the price for beams. Yeah, it's one with an arrow next to it, so we can sell it to either the warehouse or Goldcrest Valley. Farm Garage 1 is our garage, which we're trying to build, and the temple also is a construction project. Having said that, though, we might get paid. We might get paid for delivering it to there. I think you would do, actually. I think you do. So yes, we will go and deliver some products to the temple. And I hope that I don't make a mistake here. As for those planks, yeah, temple and temple. Nice stream. Yeah, the temple, as I said, is a long way away. I did get a bit lost going through the town. Problem with the town is it's one way, so you mess up and you've got to go all the way around. So, yes, the temple is at the end of here. I think it's the only thing, actually, which is at the end of here. Yeah, you can tell we're going towards a temple. With all the streams and the trees and nature, it's lovely. Right. So if I'm right in thinking this is going to be exactly like the roller coaster project on the premium edition for 22, so we should get a huge lump sum of money here, I hope. Of course, it will only take what it actually... Well, actually, it might take more than what it actually needs, but it does it in stages. So what does it need? Okay, only long planks. So it might only give us the money for the long planks, in which case we want to be careful, because otherwise we're going to leave some stuff stranded. And there's no forklift here. There really should be a forklift at a construction site. Okay. Well, I managed to get one load of planks, long planks, into there, and it is now processing that. I do not know if it will take other products, so please excuse my super strength, just because I'm sure you don't want to see me bring the telehandler all the way over here. It would take a long time. Okay, so it will take both. It will take every product. That is good. So that means we can just drive straight into it, and we can forget using super strength. My goodness. Okay. We have £92,000. I think I have just found the solution to our money worries. This is great news. Of course, that construction project is not going to continue unless we deliver cement bags to it. So we either buy them or we just wait until we buy the cement factory. I think we'll wait until we buy the cement factory, to be honest. It's very expensive. But this means that we can make some pretty serious money from our forest, which means I do not need to sell it, most importantly. So yeah, I have got the Bowser here, but we do potentially have £20,000 worth of collectibles to go and find as well. And, well, there might be some people out there who say you shouldn't get the collectibles. It's all part of the game experience, it's all part of the map. There's only 25 in total, which I know is £250,000, which is significant, but clearly they're not easy to find at all. So that is going to be spread over many episodes. I was just going to try and find a water source, but I don't think... There is one over there, but I don't think we can get to it. It's too steep. So, I will see you at the... I think it's the livestock dealer. I think it is. No, it's actually the train station. So, it's at the end of here. And apparently it's behind the last building. So, let's try and locate it. It shouldn't be too difficult. In fact, there is only the station building, and then there's this building over here. I would consider this to be the last building, so let's go collectible hunting. Aha! So yeah, it's these ball things, these orbs. 23 more to go. But I think we can get it down to 22 because I know personally where one is, because I've seen it. Well, if nothing else, that is another map tour. I think we've seen a fair chunk of the map there today. Gone all the way over to the temple and all the way around to this side. Oh crikey, where did I see it? It was down here somewhere, I think. Somewhere on these rocks. Because when I saw it, I thought, that would get washed away when it's rough. Yep, there it is. Very hidden. Extremely hidden. But we now have £112,000. Sounds like a lot, but we do still have an £80,000 loan, which I will not be getting rid of until we need to. Oh, look at that under there. Little underwater cave. Yeah, okay. It is extremely blue. Did somebody spill the food colouring? I need to get some of that blue water for our productions. Ah, a beach. Quite a steep beach. Not ideal for this sort of truck. Okay, well, we're down. I don't know how we're going to get back up again, but... Oh, there is a bit of a landslide over there. Maybe we can get back up there. Oh, too deep. Too deep. Oh, no, that looks precarious. Let's try it anyway. Oh, I was thinking, how is it actually doing this? And then, no. No, it shouldn't be able to do it, should it? It's just... I want it to do it. Oh, nice. Okay, back to the farm. Let's now finally make some proper progress. We have money. We're going to be getting back onto the land today because we need to spread the final application of fertilizer. I need to retrieve the seed drill out of the field because that got abandoned when the telehandler ran out of diesel. And does this place need any more water? Yeah, I'm so desperate to get the greenhouse with chili. I think the chilies would be lovely. Really would be a good addition. But I guess the best place to put them is over there where we currently have a crop, but not for much longer, only a month or two. So I think we'll build it once we've got that crop out of there. Okay, right, well that has been one super fun journey for this tanker. It's water Bowser. We've still got all the mushrooms to sell when we need to, which I'm sure won't be too long. So yes, let's celebrate by spreading some fertilizer. Hooray! I know, not very exciting, but still. Let's spread fertilizer on the big field and the two small fields. I think all three of them need it. We need fertilizer, so I'm going to take this opportunity to service the Merlot. And I can hear people cheering from here. Yes, it's going to be £13,455, not cheap, but it does need to be done. So there we go. I do think that servicing in this game is a little expensive, but anyway, let us get our fertilizer. There we go, right category. Right, big bags, there we go, 2 of those. I think we'll go with 2. That'll keep us going for a while. So, yeah, what we're going to do is just do that tiny bit that's been missed, and then it is going to be time to load up the mushrooms and, well, move on. We do need a sprayer. Actually, if we can afford a sprayer, now would be a good time to buy it. As we're here, there isn't one in the sale, is there? No. There is a very handy low loader. Yeah, okay, right. So let's go into here. The problem is, if I spend too much time in the store, I'm going to start buying stuff I don't need. So, yeah, let's just make sure we get stuff that we actually do need, such as the £30,000 spray. It is quite expensive, is it? No, everything's expensive. We can get the upgradable boost tank in the future if we want to. So there we go. Which means on the back of this I could put the sprayer with herbicide. Indeed. Not a bad trip to the store. Yep, it's cost money, but this is going to help our crops. They're going to be very productive. They're not as productive as they can be because you can also roll and you can mulch. But again, we don't have the money for the rollers yet, and we don't have the money for a mulcher. And even if we did, I probably still wouldn't buy a mulcher, but I would buy a roller. Okay, what a setup. Look at that. Looks great. And the best thing about this is we actually can use this telehandler to spray if we want to. I don't want to, but if I did, we could. For the first time in a long time, I do feel like we've moved on to the next chapter. We can now start to properly focus on the farm, the fields, and we'll be able to get animals. I am very tempted to get the dynamic pastures. I want to be able to show that off. That'd be very good. But water buffalo and goats are the animals which I really want to target, but I think we'll get cows as well. It's always worth getting cows, but we can't really get them until we have the food. So one step at a time, but we're definitely moving forward. Right, let's take this off here. Let's put it onto the AGCO white tractor. The reason why it has to be on there is because it has the narrow tyres. They don't look particularly narrow, but they are considered narrow tyres, so no crop destruction. Well, I think, judging by the amount of death we can see across the field, yeah, that really does prove how weed infested this field in particular was. This one was awful. So this herbicide really couldn't come soon enough. I wish we could have had it last year, but we couldn't. We just didn't have the money for the sprayer. Could have rented it, but then it probably wouldn't have been worth it, because the amount of money it would have cost to rent the sprayer and to get the herbicide would have probably been more than the yield increase. So anyway, we've got it now. We've got it now, and we're going to keep hold of the sprayer for the rest of time. So I've never actually known it to be so difficult to get hold of a sprayer before. But anyway, yes, finally the farm is actually starting to do well. It's been tricky. It's been very tricky. Obviously, looking back, shouldn't have gone down the construction route so early. Should have done that only with the productions. Buying the materials is just ridiculous, way too expensive. Should have built the sheds, but anyway, you live and learn, learning new things, and because I've made the mistake, it means you don't have to. Oops, okay. Yeah, so I'm just reducing the working width of the sprayer, just so we're not wasting any herbicide. We might have to go a little bit wider as we get further up the hill. But this is the last field. I've also flooded the paddy fields again. We do need to maintain those water levels, otherwise the crop will get damaged. So that's very important. But I think we are done with everything in May, except for the selling of the mushrooms. I'm not too sure how much mushrooms are worth in May. Is it worth selling them? Let's just go to oyster mushrooms. January is the best time. May is, well, it's alright. In fact, it's only £200 off the maximum you can get for them. So that's pretty good. And it's a long wait to January. So I think, yes, they're going to have to go today. Just increase that width. But yeah, I know the field looks terrible now, but actually it's a lot better than it used to be. It is the sign of success somehow. Some things just have to look worse before they look better. And that is the perfect example of that. Yep, those paddy fields are nicely flooded. So, into the telehandler. Let's load up our truck. Let's load it up with mushrooms. I actually don't know how many pallets we have, because there might be some waiting to spawn as well. We can put this over here. Next episode, I'm really hoping to buy a new tractor. It will replace this AGCO white tractor. Well, there might be something in the sale, possibly, but I am targeting the Massey Ferguson 7S. That's what I'm targeting. It's not necessarily what I'm going to buy. It isn't cheap after all. It is very expensive. There's no 6S, is there, in this game? I would like to have that as well, as a smaller tractor, but I think we're going to have to wait. We'll go with a bigger tractor first. I know it sounds a bit strange, but it is the bigger tractor that needs to be replaced. And we do have to load, really, in the middle of the road. I have said in the previous episode, if it was me that had built that building, I would have put it so that the spawn point was not on this side, because yeah, you're just blocking the traffic all the time. But there's nothing I can do about it. That's just how Giants wanted it to be, so we'll just have to block the traffic. Right, let's put that beacon on, let's put the hazards on as well, because we are causing a hazard, and let's load up some wonderful mushrooms, and we'll take them over to our usual sell point. That was a good start. Off you go. Any more? No. But there will be. There will be plenty more. It's like these people, they can see that I'm in the middle of the road doing something peculiar, and yet they still go flying past at breakneck speeds. Well, here we are. It's the next turning on the left. That is where we've got our food district. Here we are. Fresh vegetables, fresh mushrooms, most importantly. And, oh, they've sold out again, haven't they? Look at that, they've got no mushrooms. Well, do not fear, residents of Hutan Pantai. I have got your lovely oyster and enoki mushrooms. Here you go. You can have them now. Ah, look at that. So we're back up to £77,000. We'll hopefully be harvesting rice in the next episode. That is going to be a big money maker for us. Good, they've got some stock. But there is still plenty of space for more. We need to keep growing. We need to keep establishing these different productions that we have. I want to get a greenhouse, as I've mentioned several times, for chili. I think they like my truck. Do you like it? Isn't it wonderful? I've only crashed it a few times today. Well, that made them run away. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and next time, like I said, we'll hopefully be in the fields doing a bit of harvesting and making some money, and who knows, we might buy a new tractor. Stay tuned.